to all of you. Good morning. It is almost Friday. It is Thursday. Remember, you guys can chime in on all of the topics we're going to dive into by commenting below in the box. Dina and I are tracking all the comments. Camille's on it too.
I'll get it on it too. That's fun.
Rob's
That's
just
the
here.
Blake Shelton thing that he does.
Is that the thing?
That's what he does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
It's
We're off
almost
to a
Friday.
good start.
Great.
You're wondering why Rob's here, though, right? I mean, I think people at home are going, why is Rob in that? Yeah, right. Everyone loves Rob Carlmark. So we have him here because he's pretty passionate about one of the stories we're going to talk about in just a second. But let's get underway with the latest viral video. Has everything to do with Delta Airlines. So check it out. Are we going to pop up this video now? Because I want to see this. I wouldn't even call it a confrontation. It was more of a conversation that that crew member was having with the passenger, who you're going to see in a second, Kima Hamilton. So the story is this plane was delayed 30 minutes. So Kima was on the plane. He was saying, I need to use the restroom. They said, no, sorry, not right now. And we know that there's a lot of policies when it comes to when people can get up, when they have to be belted in, especially during the crucial time of takeoff and landing. We've all been on planes. So yes, they're delayed for 30 minutes. He has to go to the bathroom. He doesn't listen to them. He goes, you know what? Nature's calling. I need to go to the bathroom anyway. So he does. Comes back and sits down. They say, sir, we need to talk about this more. Can you please come off the plane? He refuses and instead asks them in a nice way, but he keeps just prying and asking and saying, why is it that I couldn't, wasn't able to use the bathroom? We're just sitting here anyways. They keep asking him to leave. He doesn't do it.
I bought this ticket. I got to get to see my kids.
Yeah, like he has reasons like everyone else to be on that plane. So they say, okay, only option we have is to deplane this aircraft. So everyone has to get off the plane because he refused to get off. Everyone was able to get back on. This is after the plane was now delayed 90 minutes, except for Kima Hamilton. He was then told, no, you have to stay off the plane. They reimbursed a part of the ticket, from my understanding, but he ended up having to get a new ticket, which was 3 times the amount of the original ticket. So the question is, and I think when I look at this, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Are we starting to talk too much now about all of these videos? Because if you see one of the guys behind Hamilton, he's just like waiting for there to be a confrontation.
And quick disclaimer, this actually happened on April 18th.
So this
then it was posted to somebody's blog, and then it blew up. So this wasn't something that just happened yesterday, and we're talking about it in the beginning.
But we're talking about it because I think, these stories are blowing up because of stories like what happened on United with Dr. Dow and his condition now, broken jaw. He was dragged out of a plane. So what do you guys think? Are we doing too much now? We, as in the people, getting the phone out and starting to record?
No, I think people are just fed up, because let's take all of these incidents and let's put them to the side. We've all sat at the gate, been delayed. We've all had weather delays. We've all had mechanical issues on the flight. We've all had to sit on the tarmac in the plane for a couple of hours. We've all had this drama. We've all been asked to give up our seat at the gate for $400. Sometimes for not even that, just to give up your seat for free. So I think we're to the point where people are just tired of it. So it doesn't matter what the issue is with an airline. It doesn't matter who's involved. It doesn't matter what's going down. People are whipping out their phone because this is the one thing that everybody can kind of relate to in some way, whether you're on either side. So I think people are just over it.
I think with the video, personally, I didn't think that Kima was in the wrong.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I don't think they needed to deplane. I don't think they needed to go back and do all these. It was 1 minute. He went to the bathroom. The plane was stalled for 30 minutes. I've been there, and I've asked a flight attendant, hey, can I go? And they're like, you know what? Yeah, hurry. If it really was an issue where he couldn't go, if they were getting ready to take off, then I completely understand. If he was being the dysfunctional, I wasn't going to listen to you.
They hit the thruster, the angle goes like that, then he unbuckles his seatbelt. Okay, we get that that's an issue.
But, go ahead.
Think about this. They make choices. We all know about rules, and then everyone goes, no, these are the rules. Pregnant woman is in that situation. Are they going to let her go to the bathroom? What do you think?
Probably.
Yeah. She probably is going to go.
They're going to let her go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So they are making choices on who gets to go to the bathroom and who doesn't. And I think that when people pull out their phone to record it, they are almost voicing an opinion that they are witnessing something that they want to talk about later because perhaps they feel that either the passenger is totally wrong or the crew is totally wrong. They're going to have an opinion about it. And that's how we're sharing our opinions these days, is that evidence exhibit A, this
Right.
is what happened.
People have a voice.
They want to talk about this stuff.
I get that, and trust me, I've been there as well. Last weekend, I was on a plane from Ontario Airport to Sacramento. We had to get off the plane because the door wouldn't shut properly, but we all had to sit there.
Oh, well, that's an excuse.
Well, no, and we don't know why this plane was sitting idle. There could have been that same exact situation. We don't know. The fact of the matter is, when they say please stay seated, in my situation, I was flying Southwest, so they got to take there were kids on the plane, which you have kids, that's
Yeah.
a disaster having to sit there. We had to sit there for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, what if it's a kid that had to go to the bathroom?
What if it's a kid? Well, they actually got the kids, took them up to the pilot, and they got to go in the cockpit and hang out in there. So each airline deals with the situation differently. But for me, and we live in a post 9/11 world, we don't know what they are dealing with behind the scenes on this plane. I would like to believe, and I understand, that authority isn't always right. I am completely aware of that. But rules are rules, and you're dealing with a mass amount of people. Each person needs to probably go to the bathroom or get up or do something.
Okay, let
so
me ask
I
you
think
this,
you
though.
need to listen, and I think he needed to stay in that plane. They asked him, please don't go to the restroom, and then they asked for him to go outside and discuss it. At that point, he should have just gotten up and gone out and discussed it.
Okay,
What was
but
the
what,
point?
what would have been the point, though?
Why
of-
do we need to know every little reason what's going on
Well,
behind
no,
the scenes?
It's not behind the scenes. This is my question about asking him to leave the plane. He successfully went to the bathroom, sat back down. The plane still did not take off. It
If
still
they
was,
let him get away with
But
that,
no,
they let
so
everyone get
now
away
it's
with
not
it.
about the rules. Now it's about punishing. You're bad. You
Rules
need to get
are
off the
rules.
plane. You're bad. Because again, if they still hadn't taken off at that moment and he was back into his seat after he used the bathroom, the point of him sitting down was null and void because you still have not taken off. We're
Right.
still sitting here. So this whole punishment thing, I think that's what the problem is. And the lady whose husband recorded it is a lawyer. She was sitting right there and she said the way it went down was wrong. So again, we don't know what's going on, but someone
Everyone
who was
has an
on that
opinion.
plane
We
who
weren't
was
there,
sitting right
somebody
there.
was.
Let me bring in
It
our
We
sounds
viewers.
also aren't
Let
a
me
crew
bring in
member.
the viewers, though, because you
Okay.
guys are all sharing so many opinions, and I want to make sure we hear your voices, too. So this actually is a good point. Barbara Presley says, follow the instructions, but he had to go. And then she goes on to say, what would they have done if he had peed in his seat? As a point of principle, fine, don't let me go. I'm telling you it's an emergency. I gotta go. If somebody really has to go to the bathroom and you are taxiing for 30 minutes, at least the flight attendant can say, hey, we can't let you go right now. As soon as we get up on the plane, maybe they did all that.
We
but it
saw
was 1
the
minute.
after.
It
We
was
saw
1
the
minute.
after. We didn't see what that confrontation, what that discussion was before. We didn't see if maybe they said, come out and talk with us and we'll let you go to the bathroom when you come discuss what you want to discuss. We don't know.
So again, if you have to go to the bathroom and you can't wait and it's an emergency and you choose to go to the bathroom, that means you will get kicked off the flight. That's basically what we're saying. If you have to go to the bathroom and you cannot hold it for any reason, whether you have an emergency, let's say you have some type of medical reason why you cannot hold it, if you go to the bathroom at any point when we say it, regardless of the situation, you will get kicked off.
Cornelia,
of
they
your
asked
flight.
him to step outside after 13 minutes of discussing. That video goes on for 13 minutes.
So again,
they asked
you
him
have to go to the bathroom.
They
you get
didn't
kicked
say
off
he
the
was
flight.
going to get kicked off. They said, come discuss this with us
Off the
outside.
plane.
Off the plane.
Right.
Okay, you're sitting,
Yeah, you're off
the
you're
plane.
sitting there for 30 minutes.
You're
We
thinking
don't
of
know what's
something.
gonna
What are you
go.
thinking?
Kicked off.
Actually, I wasn't. I did.
I love my things are thrown in there.
We can put some more comments and we'll go on to United.
So Jennifer Janae BB Taylor says, just do as you're told, quit whining about every little inconvenience, okay? Nympha Ramos Azevedo says, follow the rules, come on, man. Karen says, what is it with the airlines lately? I think what it is that now that this happened with Dr. David Dow and United, everyone is like, let's bring out the phone. If there's a confrontation, my video could go viral. This story of the plane that I was on could be a big deal.
And they probably tell the crew members, take the discussions outside because you don't want this drama affecting our business and being caught on camera.
But Tom Brown says, when I have to go, sometimes I can't wait. So
Right.
what could he have done if he really had the
He could've just
emergency?
peed
They
on
probably
himself.
they said to go outside and talk.
Right.
So this is the thing about the going outside and talking again. So that means that the plane was
The
not
entire
going to
plane
take off because
was
if you have time
inconvenienced.
to get off the plane, that means you were still at the gate. Because if they weren't at the gate and they were really taxiing, that means the door was open, the door was closed. The thing that connects the gate to the plane, it was back, it was
Yeah,
retracted,
yeah,
it was away.
yeah.
So if he could get off the plane that easily, they weren't taxiing. They were sitting at that gate. So again, you can't go to the bathroom and we just sitting here?
But if they said, let's get off the plane and talk, why would a crew member suggest that if they weren't able to? So maybe
No, that's what I'm saying.
there's
They were
the wrong
able to,
detail.
which means they weren't taxing. When you taxing,
Okay, so
you
why
are
are we saying
riding
we're
off. So
taxing?
again, if we're not taxing, we're not moving, why can't I get up and go to the bathroom?
Trust me, that's a good question, but
And should he
there
just speak on
might
himself?
be a good legit reason why they didn't want anyone to get up.
Okay, so I think to put this in perspective on, you just have to put yourself in that man's shoes. The next time that you really have to go, sit
Go
there
for
for
it, get on the
30 more
plane.
minutes
Get off the
tell
plane
me,
and let them
tell
talk
me
to you.
that that's not an emergency.
I don't know.
I
Keep talking.
also think, just to bring it back, the conversation that I saw in the video, I do think, despite if it was good or bad that they asked me to get off the plane, I think the conversation went much better than how United handled Dr. David Dow.
Oh,
You could see the
absolutely.
There was
Delta
no
flight
dragging.
attendant was saying, I just want to talk to you,
Okay.
let's have a conversation. So that, in my opinion, I was like, okay, they're having a civil conversation back and forth, which
Like,
was
please-
good. But do you agree with it? That's what I want to know from all of you.
They were saying, please, will you come outside? And he was like, but why do I not get it to go to the bathroom? Will you please come outside? So
He
why
wasn't
would
crazy.
why
He
would-
wasn't crazy.
I'm not being crazy. I'm not being crazy. All I'm saying is he was saying,
Leaned in. She leaned
oh
in.
my God, so now we're going to depict, we're going to decipher
Let's go
every
to the
little
next story.
movement.
Let's go to the next
What
story.
happened with United and the dragging off the plane? Let's go ahead and
That's
go there.
crazy.